Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. For those of you who don't know and haven't been following me on Instagram, which if you are one of those people, you should be, I'll put my Instagram information right here. I have been on the road for the last 7 weeks with the Rent International and National Tour. Thank you so much to those of you who've been so supportive on my Instagram and following me along the way. I've been posting incessant Insta stories following my journey. It's been a crazy last 7 weeks, and that is why I have been a little bit MIA on YouTube as per usual. You know me and my career, it's crazy. All the traveling, always. However, for those of you who haven't been following along and don't know what's been up, I did recently switch from a sort of carb cycling and low-fat, high-carb diet centered around my workouts to back to low-carb and a ketogenic lifestyle. Unfortunately and fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, keto has become very trendy, and I tend to be wary of trendy diet fads or health fads. However, I did live a ketogenic lifestyle for about 5 years prior to last year. So now on this like 6th year of that journey of thinking, okay, I want to try a different approach and see how that works for me. How does my body respond, etc. I did find that while what I was doing all last year and what you've been following me along on this health journey on my channel lately, while that does work, it is very hard during a life on the road where you are not cooking any of your own meals. At the very best, I have a fridge and a microwave in these hotel rooms, and I'm in a different city all the time traveling. And when you are forced to eat out, I personally find a ketogenic lifestyle to be much more sustainable than one where I'm constantly trying to count very specific on my macros, and hidden fats when eating out is a danger. It's stranger danger. So I decided after a few weeks of trying to do it that it was not the most sustainable to me, which then brings me to the main topic of this video, which is something I've actually been planning on filming long before I decided to go back to living low carb, is this idea that all diets work. All diets work, you guys. There's a reason why so many out there exist. The question that we all have to ask ourselves on our own individual health journey is, what is the most sustainable to me? What is the most sustainable to me is going to be different than what's the most sustainable to you, or to you, or to you. It's going to be different. For me, I was able to sustain a low-carb ketogenic lifestyle for 5 years fairly easily and fairly happily. I know a lot of people who also can sustain a low-fat, higher-carb lifestyle fairly easily and fairly happily. The thing is, unless you are just genetically and metabolically blessed, we all have to kind of create a system that works for us. For some people, it's eating what you want during the weekend or for one meal a week, and then the rest of the week trying to be good. I have some philosophies on that that are personal. However, that usually tends to work if you're trying to maintain, because eventually you will not usually hit a deficit working that way. However, but all diets work. The cabbage soup diet, like anything works to lose weight. It's what's going to be sustainable for you in the long term, because a lot of people throw shade to diets because they think, oh, you're just gonna put all the weight back on when you're done. The term diet has received a connotation and a meaning that is not a part of the original intention of the word. A diet is just the way you eat, like your consistent way of your typical eating. It doesn't necessarily mean eating in order to achieve a physical goal or a weight goal. And that's where we kind of along the lines and throughout the years kind of deferred from the original definition. And if you treat it like the original definition, this is just how I eat now. This is just a lifestyle change. People who adopt that mentality will achieve success overall. If you go into a diet thinking, oh, I'm just going to do this for 6 weeks, oh, I'm just going to do this for 12 weeks, oh, I'm just going to do this cut for however long, you will hit a snag, you will give up, and you will relapse. So my intention with this video and my desire for you, anybody watching this video, is to find something that works for you, that is sustainable for you. Do not let anyone judge you or tell you that doesn't work, that won't work, this is bad, this is good. Everything works. I'm glad that now compared to when I started doing a ketogenic low carb lifestyle, it's become much more embraced and widely known, and I don't have to explain myself quite as much as I did 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when people would see me eating what I eat and be like, how is this healthy? There's a lot more science, and it's widely accepted science. For those of you still confused about the science, please go watch The Magic Pill on Netflix if you haven't already. It's a great documentary. I'm not trying to push a ketogenic lifestyle agenda because I do feel like high carb, low fat also does work. I just, in my opinion, in my lifestyle, it is harder to maintain. But it does work. Every diet out there has a science to back it up. The main thing is, it's what source of fuel do you want to be running on? Do you want to be running on glucose, or do you want to be running on ketones? Both are valid. It's just like cars. I always like to say this analogy. It's just like cars that run on gasoline and cars that run on diesel. Diesel is much more rare, but you can't put diesel in a car that takes gasoline and vice versa. You will muck up the system and things will not run properly. But if you devote your source of fuel to the right vehicle and you run that way consistently, then everything will be in tip-top shape. So I just wanted to throw this out there for you who are feeling discouraged on your diets or down on any sort of attempt at living a healthy lifestyle consistently. Just keep pushing, find the thing that works right for you. Another one is intermittent fasting. If you want to eat whatever you want, but you're going to live within an intermittent fasting window, right on, that also works. It's just about consistency. So I hope that this video helps motivate you, helps keep you accountable to yourself and no one else. And I'll see you next time on my channel. Again, follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Like this video, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!